Hello, everyone, and welcome to Early Bird Gaming's Early Access, Episode 2 in the series of Robocraft. We have a bot here that is a pre-made bot I showcased in Episode 1 of the 3 pre-made bots. This one we've added onto a little bit, added a radar, added a couple guns, some thrusters to help turn. This one we have not touched, and this one we have not touched. However, in this episode, we are going to go over a little bit more of the building basics with showcasing this bot. Now, I said in episode 1 I don't like this bot. I did not explain why, but I will now. This bot is different from the other 2 bots in one way. Let's see here. This bot, how? Right here. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks wide. Odd number, your seat is 1, so it's right in the middle. This bot, however, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide. An even number, which means your odd numbered seat is off kilter. And since all of your bot is, the steering is based around where your seat is, so if it's further back, your front end is going to turn more. If it's further front, your back end is going to turn more. Or if it's off to the side, turning left is going to be a lot different than turning right. So I do not like it at all. All of my bots are odd numbered because it just works. So what we're going to do, you could take this apart piece by piece, or even in mirror mode, you could take it apart piece by piece. But I'm going to go into here. One sec. Here we go. And up here, next to your robot name, which we will name this one once we're done with it, we'll click Dismantle. This won't sell your blocks. It used to. No one used it because you always get half the price half the buying price back when you sell things. So you would pretty much just lose money when you sold them. This just dismantles them and puts it into your inventory. That bot is now forever gone. I no longer can use that bot unless I try to rebuild it. However, I won't because I don't like it. So we're gonna come in here. The first thing you should always start with is chassis. You can't really put anything down unless it's on a chassis, so you got to start with chassis. You can't put things in the middle of the air, so put them on the ground. And if you press the period button, you can move your entire bot up. If you press comma button, you move it down. Arrow keys will move it left, right, forward, back. So we're going to move this back a little bit. And it's up in the air. It's better to be up in the air than on the ground, because you can work all around your bot. So we're going to place these 4 down, and then we're going to go into special and put the pilot seat. This is the main component of your bot. As I showed in episode 1, I one-hit a bot by hitting a sweet spot, which is right here. If you damage these 2 blocks right here, or the pilot seat itself, your whole bot will blow up. Doesn't matter how much of your bot is still left. If those 2 get damaged and destroyed, your entire bot is destroyed. So, when you are building a bot... there we go. When you are building a bot, you want to do everything you can to protect those 3 components. These 2, not as much. These 3, yes. So, there are many different ways to do that. And as we go through the episodes, we will go through different and more advanced ways to do it. But at Robocraft basic building, we are going to just try to surround our seat with blocks. So to get to these super fragile blocks right here, they're going to have to go through all these other ones. So we're going to start with that. We are going to make just a wheel buggy, wheel car, wheel truck even, because all we have is wheels right now until we level up to higher levels. So let's see. All right, let's do this. See, I'm trying to figure out what I want to build, what kind of bot I want to build. I do have mirror mode on, so if I place a block here, it'll go there. there. So it'll do everything on the other side. I'm going to go into here. The next thing you kind of want to look at is where are your guns and where are your wheels or wings or hovers going to be. I'm going to put a wheel here, a steering wheel there, and then just a powered wheel there, a powered wheel there, and then add one more and put a steering wheel there. So now we have our 4 wheels, 2 steering at the front, 2 steering at the back. In case one of the front or back gets blown off, we can still steer around. The disadvantage here, though, when what I'm going to change is the seat is a little bit more to the front than it is the back. That is bad because your front is always going to be more exposed than your back. So you want your seat to be farther back. So I'm going to delete the seat. I'm going to delete back here, and I'm going to put it right there. That way it's farther back. I'll replace those. And now they have to get through all of these blocks just to get to our soft seat and under seat blocks. So we have that there. I'm going to add a little bit of blocks here. This bot, I think, is going to be more of a tank because they are easier to play. Here is a prism. You have blocks. You have prisms, which are half blocks. You have Teslas, which are quarter blocks, I believe. I'm not sure. They are just the corner ones, so I will showcase them here. I'll put them here, actually. There's that. There is the Tesla. They are good for outer corners. Here is the prism. They're good for just any sort of corner or rounding. And then there's the inner, which is more advanced. They fit well with the tetras. You can rotate around to fit with the tetras to look nice. Tetras fit into that very nice. See, so you can put that on there. See, so a combination of those can look really nice, which we are not going to quite do with this one yet, but we are going to do to a new level. We're going to grab a prism here, and as you can see, a solid block is not going to fit here because it would collide with this wheel here. So if we tried to put a solid block here, it would not work because this wheel and the block would just be grinding into each other all the time. Same here, all up in there. They're always going to be colliding with wheels. Right here it works because it's not colliding with anything. And right here, not right there. There we go. That would work. This will not work because a little bit of weirdness with Robocraft. Technically, in real life, this would fit. In Robocraft, it won't because wheels are a little bit bigger than they show. Right here, however, it would work because the prism is not touching the wheel. Right here would also work because it's still not touching the wheel. However, right here will not work because it is touching. So rotation of a block does matter as well. We're going to put them like that. They do not fit there, but we'll put it right there, right there, right there. See, another weird thing about Robocraft. This works, although this does not. So tetras are a little smaller, and they conform to different rules than everyone else because they're anarchists. Which means I'm actually going to do this. Maybe. Let me think here. See, I do not have a plan for this bot. I am building it as we speak. I'm coming up with it as we speak, which is the beauty of Robocraft. I can do this. We're going to do that just to even things out. And then I think we're actually going to do this. Place that there. See how when made like this, there's kind of this spot here. And it looks ugly. So I take a tetra and rotate. Oh, it fits so perfectly. See that? And then we would put more blocks here. Like that. See, now we have a very nice flush bot. Everything's rounded and looking nice. Speaking of rounded, we have these here. These are completely the same blocks as the others, except for one thing. They are rounded. While these are angled, it's a right triangle, the rounded pieces are actually round, which I'm going to replace with now because I want to. I just take all the blocks off, block by block, and replace them. See? It's that easy. It's that free. Same things here go for the inners, the prisms, and the tetras. They're all the same. They're all just rounded. Do there. There we go. Now we have a freaking rounded bot. It's the same thing. It's just rounded now. All right, so I'm not going to put any weapons on this yet. I'm going to test if it's too top heavy, which I think it might be. I'm going to press E, and I'm going to go into the test realm. This is the test realm without enemy bots. It loads faster. That's why they have it. If you want to like fight with enemies, you can, but this one loads faster and you can get into it quicker. Let's see. This is just for testing how you move. All right, this is me just holding down the right turn and the front. I'm not flipping yet. We're going to try to go up a hill here. Took the hill like a boss. Actually got some air on it. Let's see if we can go over this. Turning's a little weird. I'm not going fast enough to hit that jump, but it's all right. There we go. So this bot moves. It does not really flip. Let's try to level ourselves up to a higher level just by jamming that plus button. We're going much faster now. Let's try to turn. There we go. There's the flipperoni. So I am top heavy, which means if I'm going to have this designed for a bot, I'm going to need to be careful with how quickly I turn. That actually was not very quick at all, and yet I still flipped over. So we might try to rethink this. And I think I know what I'm going to do. For some reason I got RP there. That's a bug, but it's a bug that I'm okay with because I just got free RP. The problem with this bot right now is that there's a lot of blocks, there's a lot of weight over the wheels. So whenever I turn, all of this is going to push this way and eventually flip the wheels. The wheels are not very wide, so there's not a very wide base to stay balanced. So I'm going to take all these wheels off, and I'm going to take all the top off. Let's turn mirror mode on so we make this quicker. Oh, there we go. I did remove my special on accident, so we're going to do that. We're going to take all the wheels off this side, and we're going to take off here. All right. So this is our base. I'm going to leave this for the most part, except for I'm going to widen it all by 1. Or 2, to be technical. Now let's put this here. And then we're going to grab our wheels. Here's a steering wheel and a steering wheel. And then a regular wheel and a regular wheel. See, now our base is so much wider. It's a very wide base. This is going to be a lot harder to flip because it's just a wider base, and because we have this right here now. As we fill the blocks in right here, this is now going to be as high as it goes. Instead of having 2 layers of blocks on top of the wheels, constantly pulling and tugging away at the balance as we turn, there's only 1 level on a much wider base. So if we take this into the... Oh, no, not a battle yet. We don't even have guns. We take this into the test realm, and we drive it around. Level 1. Perfect. Just like the last time. It's a slower turn, because the wider wheels you have, the slower you're going to turn. But as we level up, we go much faster, turn much faster, and we could jam that turn button, and it might bump around a little bit. Oh, there we go. There's a flip. But I had to jam that turn button. I was doing nothing but going forward and to the right. So unless you're going to be making cookies in battle, I don't think this thing's flipping. Part of the advantage of having higher up wheels as you level up, because you do get higher level wheels, is they flip a lot harder. So if we're turning regularly, I am not flipping at all. I do not have to worry about it at all. Cool. Because we have so much wider of a base and so much less top heaviness. However, what we've done here is expose our bot, our seat here, our robot guy driving. So we're going to turn on mirror mode again and kind of surround him with windshields. It looks good and it adds more protection. Now, last bot we had, which was our pre-made, we had SMGs. These are top mount SMGs and these are front mount SMGs. The only difference, they're the same except for front mount SMGs are designed to only mount on the front. So they do that. If I tried to mount it on top, it would just be looking straight up and it would not be very nice. However, this bot, I think we're going to go with a plasma because I want to showcase plasma. There we go. And the bot we took apart for this one was a plasma. So it's kind of an ode to that one. Right here, I'd like to put some blocks because I'd like to put blocks here. You want to put as many as you can, or guns. You want to put as many as you can. So I'm going to actually flip this upside down so that the flat part of the curved prism is on top, because you cannot put a gun on top of a curve. Put the flat part on and put those there. And then I'm going to take that out and put that there. Okay? And then I'm going to put one more there. Then I'm going to come over here. Replace that back one with one like that. And there we go. Now, as you can see, I've staggered my guns. No gun is directly in front of another one. This one is not covered by that one, which isn't covered by that one, which isn't covering that one or that one. And then this one is technically directly behind this one, but it's on a block higher up, which means it's not going to hit the back of this. That is the goal. You do not want any of your guns to be hitting the back of your other guns. If we had, let's say right here, we had those like that, these guns would just be hitting the back of these guns, unless we were firing to the side. Now, you can do that. There's bots where they just have them lined up and they just try to like turn and get to the side and shoot from the side. But it's a little bit harder of a tactic to pull off, and it's not a great design. So we're going to do that. We have all of those there. We check our P-flops up here. We are only at 336 of 436, so we can still afford 100 P-flops, which means I'm going to go in here. My enemy radar that I bought before is being used on my other bot. Right here. It's right there. You can only have... if I bought one, I can only use one. You do not share them over the whole lot of your garage. So I have to buy another radar if I want to use another radar. We're going to go into our inventory and grab that. Oh, we are on the wrong bot here. Hello. And then we're going to try to find a spot for this. So here's the benefit of radars. They can be put sideways. It's so nice. Plasmas for a while actually could not be put sideways. They can now, if I wanted to. However, I do not want to. But radars can also be put sideways. There's a nice little spot right here where I can set that. It's really aesthetically pleasing. It fits, and it will give me my radar. Here are headlamps. right now, at these levels, they don't do anything. A lot of times, they really don't do anything. I'm going to put them here because I want to, because I'm funny and witty. And they look like headlights. I'm going to put these thrusters on our bot. As I said before, we had some trouble with turning power. I'm actually going to take those off, in fact. So I'm going to take those 2 blocks out. I'm going to angle these. You can either angle them out or in. I like out better on a bot like this because it just seems like it would work better. And then we're going to cover that up. Let's see, actually. Okay. Trick time. We're already getting into advanced tricks. When things were like this, when things were like this, you can't put a block there. It will put it over there, but that's just because it's a button. If I put it right there, you know. So, if you remove those, and you put a block there, because that will just be there. However, I'm going to replace it with one of these. You put a block there, and you put what blocks you want there, right there. Then you can remove these blocks, put whatever you had there in the first place, and they will stay. Because they are still technically connected, just Robocraft didn't really register that they were able to be put there. So that's what I did. I just put things down. I put the blocks, and I removed the blocks back and put my thrusters in there, and they stayed. Thrusters are still a little exposed there, but it's okay because they're more covered than they used to be. So I have that. I have my guns. I have my wheels. I have my protection around here. This isn't the most protected seat, and if they do get kind of a lucky shot into here, and then another one, and then another one, then they could one-shot me, but that still would take 3. They have to take out my guns probably at first as well. So we are pretty protected. We're just not the most safe we could be. However, we are 22 minutes into this, so I'm going to get into a battle, see if we can fit a couple battles into this episode. This was the building episode, but I do want to show you, I did want to show you a couple of the battles on what we did just build. So, oh, that was quick. I'm not even going to have to leave yet. We're right into a battle here. As you can see, I am one of 3 plasmas. That circle means that you're a plasma. The X means you're a SMG. Later on, there will be pluses that are medics, triangles that are snipers, and then those zones that are Teslas. But we will get into those later. Let's get in here.
The battle for Tyhonium Canyon has begun.
Is they're slow firing. You just shoot once, and then that little blue, those 2 little blue lines in the middle, that's the reload. So I have to wait for this to get all the way to the top before I can shoot. See that? A lot slower than a lot slower than SMGs, but they do a lot more damage per shot, and they are area of effect. So we're going to go over here. Because of the slow firing rate of the plasmas, you do not want to be up close. That's the bottom line. There's a bot right here. We're going to shoot. Oh, and they're coming up on me. I want to go back. SMGs are much better at fighting up close because they're fast fire rate. You can always be shooting no matter where your enemy is. Plasmas, however, are much slower and much more vulnerable while reloading. So you want to be far back where you can kind of hide and then drive up. Oh, he got me there. I did not get him. Fire there. As you can see, there is bullet drop. Our shots are dropping here.
Plasma cruiser spotted.
Because of gravity. SMGs will not do that, but plasmas do. It can be a disadvantage at some times and an advantage at other times. Oh man, I am not doing very well. There we go, I got a hit there. Not a very good one, but I hit him. I'm a little bit exposed here, so I'm going to back up even farther. Our allies right now are taking the enemy base. However, if you take damage while taking the enemy base, capture stops. Ooh, there we go. I got a good hit on him there. Took out a good amount of his gun. He missed again. He missed again. Oh, got a good shot there. He's only got one gun. He's got no guns. Poor guy. How you doing, buddy? Bye-bye. All right, I won that battle. There we go. I still have all but one of my guns and all but one of my wheels. Our team is still capping the point. Oh, here's a guy down here. Someone, see, I am able to see that because someone, either my radar picked it up or someone pinged him. He is now flipping over. Poor guy. Oh, I missed. I missed everyone. I gotta kill him before he comes back. Oh, Lord. Get back, get back, get back. Alright, so we won. I just need to survive. There we go. What a whiff. Alright. Let's go to score here. I got 4th on the team because I got 1 kill. And I did a good deal of damage besides the 1 kill. Trollo Raptor, 4 kills and 1 assist. Rocking it out that battle. What a boss. Alright, so that was a pretty successful battle. We definitely have time for more battles. So we're going to keep going. There we are, the first win of the day bonus for this garage. The last garage we had a first win of the day bonus. This garage, we get the first win of the day bonus. Whole 500 RP. Right up here, we did not level too much. We're still at the lower level 2. We have 1122 RP. I don't really have too much to buy right now. We do have some P-flop usage, so let's look. Let's look around here. We could put more plasmas on. I really don't see too much to upgrade here, so we're actually going to go in here and we're going to name our bot. Let's see. Let's call it the Early Bird. And so a little thing that's kind of annoying with Robocraft naming is you have to press enter for it to go into. You can't just like type in Early Bird and then go into a fight, which I usually like to do, but you can't. So you have to press enter for it to confirm the name. I can't remember the amount of times I tried to name a bot and then just went into battle with Robo1 as my name. We're going to rename that the Early Bird. And then we're going to go into another battle here. We're going to go battle after battle here on our Early Bird Mach 1. Alright, we're back in on the newest map, everyone. If you're coming in just playing the game because you saw these videos or because you saw the game or you just started, this is the newest map. It's a little bit improved. It's a better map than the rest because they listen to community feedback, of course. That's why they're in alpha. And a lot of the ground is smoother.
The battle for Spitzer Dam has begun.
More strategic points. There's the bridge, there's the glaciers, and then there's up top, which are very high points for battles. This is the bridge here. It's technically a dam, but called bridge. You guys can kind of bridges the 2 teams. We're gonna sit right here. Here's the big old crevice. There's the glaciers over there. And we're gonna kind of see if we can pick people off a little bit. We do not want to be on the bridge because we are a plasma, unless they move pretty far up. Ooh, we got a bot falling down here.
Plasma hover spotted.
He's gonna come around here though, so I think he is a plasma, so I a little bit more confident on getting up close to him. Ooh, he's coming around here. Oh lord, he has friends. He has lots of friends. We are in a bad spot, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get out of here. Oh, alright. So, they came up around the side. Did not see them, but they did. Very strong there. We've got a little guy right around here getting tore apart. Poor little guy. So we did get killed. We can stay around and watch, but nothing that my team does here, if they win or lose, is going to affect me. So I'm just going to get out and get into another battle. So let's look at our earnings there. Probably not much. I barely damaged anything. Yep, just a little 66 there. We're going to get right back into a fight. And then I will see you on the other side. Alright, we're back in. We are one of 4 plasmas. They will always try to balance a team, so 4 plasmas on each side, 6 SMGs on each side. If they ever can, they're going to make it as bot type as possible. We are back on one of the older maps, but it's still a good map, not complaining.
The battle for Tyhonium Canyon has begun.
We're going to move forward. So there is actually a bridge here. We called the dam in the last battle a bridge, but this is actually a bridge. It's a very contested spot. Almost all the bots just go there. There's a little hover guy there. We will explore hovers later. We're going to try to see if we can get up here. Lob shots across. So that big old thing is their base, and that big old thing is our base. So you can kind of shoot that way at the general base direction and see if you get lucky. Ooh, there's a bot right here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, me oh my. They just rushed on up towards us. There's a bot behind me.
SMG cruiser
Oh my
spotted.
word. Oh my lord! What is going
Plasma
on?
cruiser
They're just
spotted.
rushing up behind me. I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful with my behind. Alright, let's get out of that one and go back in. Oh me, oh my. People coming up the sides without me even knowing it. Radar's not doing too much for us. Only 77 there. We did get a hero bonus for some reason though. So it didn't do too much. Again, a little bit of a bug on that, but if it gives me free RP, I'm not complaining. Whoa, we're right into a battle here. A ton of plasmas on each. We do have one more plasma than them, but they have one more SMG than us, so it kind of evens itself out. But the balance there is that they're not going to put like 10 plasmas versus 10 SMGs, because the SMGs would win. The thing with plasmas is you do want to sit back kind of behind your SMGs. Your front
The
line
battle for
almost,
Glees
and
Lake has
deal damage
begun.
from far away because you are exposed while reloading. So I'm actually going to follow my team here, which is usually a good idea. Looks like we're rushing around 2 glaciers. Back up. Glaciers are an interesting spot because you cannot see too far, but if you can get down some of these corridors like that, plasma shooting can be pretty effective. So I'm going to just shoot down there. So, oh, there's the bottom.
Plasma cover spotted.
Ooh, he just got wrecked, but he wrecked our team member. Let's see if we can get there. Took him out. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, there we go. So our bot, our little friendly bot over there is a little bit damaged. We are perfectly okay because we sat behind him while he took all the damage. We're going to come around here. Our ally over there had rushed straight to the base. It can be dangerous because that is enemy territory, and did find a bot. Oh, however, took out a man while he's down. The bot was trying to flip himself over, and our ally said no mercy and blew him to smithereens. So we are sitting on the point here. This is another way to win besides just taking out the enemy team. So we are, the red bar up here is our bar. We want that to get to the top. That's what we're capturing. The blue bar is them capturing our base. Right now, we're going to capture theirs before theirs. We're going to capture theirs before they capture ours, which is good. But if one of their bots came back and hit us and stopped all the progress of our cap, so it would actually just go back down to this line. There's kind of like checkpoints for the cap. Then they would probably be ahead or close to it. So we are winning. They just hit halfway, and we hit 3/4 because we are capping it faster. Because there's 2 of us and probably only 1 of them. I'm just gonna shoot down there for no reason. Alright, and looks like we're gonna win this one here. No sign of an enemy bot to stop us. There we go. That's the cap right there. Let's go into the score. 4th place because I just got an assist and I did some good damage. And I did get that cap, which will give me some points. So we're going to go into here and see what rewards we got from that victory. It isn't the first victory of the day, so we're just going to get the standard. What? First victory bonus again. Huh. I guess we got first win of the day again. It's odd. It's very odd. That one says it didn't. Maybe they all just reset. It's interesting. Alright, well, we now have 1800 RP. Hopefully in episode 3 we can reach level 3. We're going to be doing a little bit less building in episode 3 because there's not much more to build. But we're going to be doing a lot of battle, and I'm going to introduce a new game mode. So, I will see you then. Thank you for watching episode 2. If you haven't watched episode 1, go back and do that because it set up a lot for this episode, and if you didn't understand everything, then that's your fault. But, Breezy Sombrero here, signing out from Early Bird Gaming. Thank you for watching, and we will see you all next time.